Hello! Today we are going to paint a night skyline. Like this, except I would like to blow it up to a 16 by 20 canvas. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the background with black. So I take my large flat brush, drag it across the black paint, dip it in a little bit of water. It needs to have a lighter consistency than it comes out of the tube. So when it's a consistency where it fills in the holes in the canvas, without too much effort, it's about right. I'm going to probably have to use a lot of black paint. So, I usually start in one of the corners, especially if you want to try making it look like a vignette where it's darker on the outside. It's the best way to do that. And I use my arms, and I try to use my entire elbow for this, and just make little cross-hatch marks. And I usually start out each canvas with putting a little bit of edge color on the side. Because that way, when you want to put it up on your wall, and say, today, it'll look a little bit nicer than rough white edges. So I'm going to finish up with this, and I'll catch you up in a minute. The next step in our painting is to add some purple and blue across the sky. And you can leave some areas black, kind of like make it a nice patchwork of color. So for that, I can either take my dirty black flat brush. The paint's not completely dry yet, but I kind of like this so it'll blend a little bit better. So I can take a little bit of this red and a little bit of white. Mix that up to a pink. And I'd like to dirty it with a little bit of the black, that's why I'm using this brush. And for shame, I haven't rinsed it off yet. Okay, now I get a little bit of blue. Starting to look a little bit purple. If you want a more intense purple, you could switch to a different brush. That's nice and clean. Dip it in the water. It's a nice pink. It's a little bit brighter. So now I'm going to use these to add the color to my paint and my canvas. Start up here, just add a little bit of color. An easier way to achieve a nice light purple pink would be to use a rose color. A red that's slightly more violet than it is more intense red, like this cadmium red. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going and add color as I go. Just let it turn into whatever color it wants to be. One thing to remember is if your paint is thinner, it sticks to thicker paint better. But you don't want your paint too thin, you don't want it to run, you just want it to be tacky enough to stick to the previous layer. Trying to get it to paint to the edge. Now you can start thinking about where your horizon line will be. So in the example picture, the horizon line maybe is a little high, it could be a little lower to show more sky, or you can make it high and have a little less sky, your choice. So it's okay to paint a little bit below where you'd like your horizon line to be. I think I'd like mine to be about right here this time. I'll smooth it across so it looks a little bit more like a sky with its gradients. I want it to be a little bit more intense blue and white in certain areas. And now I'm going to brighten up the very middle of it a little bit more and continue using a wet brush, making the lines horizontal. Use a lot of water here because I'm trying to blend all the colors in together. I'm into kind of a patchy, kind of colorful night sky. The next step is the fun step. So I take a large stiff brush mix up some white. Now it has to be consistency, has to be a little bit runnier than usual. And you're going to go close to the canvas tiny little stars on your page, your canvas. You can get in a little bit of this yellow or a little bit of blue, just all kinds of different colors. If you want them to be a little bit bigger, you make paint just a little bit runnier. And the droplets become a little bit bigger for you. Further away, the larger the splatter. Close and controlled, you can make little constellations if you'd like. Okay. Let that dry for a minute.